Hey. Welcome back to Friday's big stream. We are at the end of the week, people. We have made it. We have pushed through all week, Monday to Friday, and we are here. And of course, the weekend / end of the week starts right here with the big Friday stream. So welcome. Make sure you are excited. Make sure if you're not excited, get excited. And you can show me that by dropping a like on the stream. So please do that. Drop a like, get your likes in while I just sort a few things. And of course, it is Friday. So it'd be massively appreciated if, can you copy the link to this stream? Can you drop it in a random Telegram group? Can you drop it in a Discord group? Can you drop it anywhere? Please do that if you can. And yeah, let's try and fill up the stream a bit. But we will look at Bitcoin, we'll look at Ethereum, we'll look at Solana, all the big ones in just a second. We've got Nick, how we doing, mate? Great to see you. Gaza, happy Friday. Yes, mate, we have made it, haven't we? We have made it. If you're doing anything interesting on the weekend, let me know in the chat. What are your plans? Or have you been doing anything interesting this week? let me know. It would be fantastic to know. Brucey, how we doing, mate? Great to see you, Brucey boy. But yeah, I mean, really, place to start is, of course, Bitcoin. We have had another aggressive sell-off throughout Asia session into London session, and we have bounced since. So we're getting a bounce on Bitcoin, obviously in and around 109,500 we came into. Same place that we came in on the drop earlier this week, when we put in the current low, the local low, which is 108,700-ish. And as you can see, price bounced, and then, you know, all along here, we found some form of low time frame support, and then, of course, from there we went up. Now we are back. We have tested it again, and now we are pushing up. The place I want to keep an eye on low time frame is here, or, you know, anywhere in and around the fair value gap there-ish, to see if maybe, if this has got legs and we just come up, maybe consolidate, and then just carry on back towards yesterday's highs, or do we then roll over from there, maybe come and look for some liquidity below that wick perhaps, and then bounce, or heaven forbid we start pushing further down. Who knows? We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm going to leave that on the chart there. You can see that's what Stonksy's got outlined as resistance as well. So worked quite well coming into that fair value gap. We will see how it plays out on stream. Yes, RN. I'm great, mate. How are you? I'm superb. Absolutely superb. You're trapped in a sui long. Ugh. Mate, you should never be trapped. No one should ever be trapped in a trade. I know we are. We're all, you know, we're all human, aren't we? We're all degens. But I do always try. I mean, to be fair, I can't say anything. I got liquidated like twice last week, so I was about to give you I was about to sit you on a naughty step, RN, and tell you to face the wall. But then again, I would just be a massive hypocrite, because I blew up. I blew up an account last week. So what I was going to say was, you should always go into a trade with a stop loss and stuff, and never be trapped. But then, you know, look at the look at the situation I had last week, where I got liquidated on one of my trades. So never mind that. Let's hope that you can get out of it, mate. I'm trapped in a Pepe Lane. Bloody hell, is everyone trapped? Friday, yeah. Fell asleep at the wheel last night. Not so smart. I'll take that as like a figure of speech. I hope that you didn't fall asleep actually at the wheel. You just fell asleep at the trading wheel. Can you give an update on Solana? Yes, I can. Apoc. Yes, I can. We'll have a look at all these good ones. Yeah. On the trade, good. But yeah, please do make sure, if you haven't, drop a like. Let's see what we've got already. We do also have what have we got? We've got 17 viewers, 6 likes. Come on, guys. Come on, there's 11 of you that haven't dropped a like. Let's do it. Go and drop this link in a Telegram group, Discord group, whatever as well. Let's try and get the Friday stream flooded. But we do have some US economic data coming out in 21 minutes. We've got core personal consumption expenditures, also known as PCE. And of course, yeah, we'll want to see the market reaction from that. It's a red important one. So obviously high importance in terms of economic data. So we'll see how the market reacts to that. That is in 21 minutes. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin, there's nothing really much to say. If we go and have a look on a daily, on the daily time frame, you know, as we can see, we have just come down and retested where we tested on this day, on Monday, on Tuesday. We're retesting it again today. And notice, obviously, we failed to obviously push up on that bullish momentum we had on yesterday, didn't we? We failed to push up. So you can see in and around this zone here is, you know, very, very key SR now, which will obviously determine whether we go up, whether we stay ranging in here, or potentially if we push down. So, yeah, I'm keen to see what will happen today. Should we push up? Really, we want to, you know, try and keep away from these depth of these lows as much as possible. We could come down and liquidate the low, but as long as we hold above 108k, I think it's pretty much okay. But yeah, we haven't really got much room, have we? Considering it just keeps dropping down. Sol, we're all prisoners of hopium. Yeah, give me that hopium. Sol Strong AF. We have a look at Solana now, and then we'll look at Ethereum. Crypto Rick, good morning to you, good sir. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. If you are new, Crypto Rick, welcome to the stream, welcome to the show. Please do make sure you drop a like and subscribe, and that goes for anyone else. Come back and join me every day. I am live Monday to Friday for 2 hours a day, and I also stream on a Sunday evening. So yeah, plenty of fun. And due to the times that we stream, we always catch any US data releases, US market open. So yeah, it's a good time. Anyway, let's look at Solana. Enough blabbering on. So yeah, Solana, I mean, yeah, obviously it's had a push down alongside the rest of the market today. But as you can see, we're coming in. It doesn't really look much when you're viewing it on the 15-minute time frame like this. But when you actually come and look on a daily, we are pretty much just coming in and from the upside, testing this daily, what was daily supply here. So we're just testing it from the upside. As you can see, this could confirm an SR flip. Now, as discussed, pretty regularly, we do have obviously this supply zone here, which was made back in February. And as you can see, we had it here, come in. Now we have obviously had wicks flying up, but crucially, look at the daily closes. So failed here, failed here, failed here. Wicks above, but yeah, never any closes above on 3 times. We had it again on Wednesday, and then crucially yesterday we managed to close, big close yesterday at just above 214. Now what we want today on Solana is obviously to close above around 206. We want to definitely close above 206. Yeah. Obviously, the higher the close, the better, really. If we can close around 210 and above, then that would be obviously fantastic. But yeah, pretty good retest so far on the daily, which could lead to maybe consolidation before higher, or we could start heading towards 220 to 230 next. So yeah, Solana at the moment, although we've sold off, really what you want to pay attention to is the daily chart. Because yeah, we're starting to maybe show signs that we've flipped this zone into daily support. Obviously, looking at it on the low time frame might not make much sense until you flip down. But yeah, definitely a key daily close today, and really probably just needs Bitcoin's help. If Bitcoin can reverse from here, then it gives obviously the room for Solana to start pushing back up. Steampunk, yes, mate. How we doing? Lost three times my entry and hit stop loss on Bitcoin. 50 USDT on failed attempts at the different levels. What was you trying to do, mate? Let me know in the chat. What was you trying to do? I'm guessing maybe was you trying to long it, or what? Let me know what you was trying to do and from where. I'm guessing maybe was you trying to long it? Because if you shorted it yesterday or obviously very early on today, you would be in a profit. So I'm guessing longing it. Let me know though where you were trying to long it from. Now, obviously one potential concern is Ethereum. Ethereum obviously been very, very strong, hasn't it? Very, very strong. Pushing up. We are still long on a daily on Stonksy as well, from 2,600. So big gain on that. But as you can see, we are potentially maybe starting to lose a bit of momentum on ETH now. If you look at ETH Bitcoin, we came right into that weekly zone. Look at that. Look at that. That is like literally to perfection, that weekly zone that we outlined. Obviously, it makes more sense when we look at it on the weekly like this. There we go. As you can see, pinged right at the top, closed right at the top, and then we've sold off from there. So far, ETH Bitcoin is doing what we kind of planned for, one way or another. So we could fall down to here. Again, this is a weekly level. I think this was a weekly level I drawn out here. We could maybe just pull in simply to here. We might not come all the way down to 3,450. But either way, it's looking like potentially ETH Bitcoin might need a bit of a correction. So depending on how deep it goes, maybe we come into here and then go up, or maybe we come into here. Maybe we even come and retest this point here. It's entirely possible. But what really, we want to be looking for on ETH Bitcoin is, of course, is the breakout to the next target, which would be, up to potentially around 5.5. We've got the high time frame downtrend, which we poked above, but maybe we close back under this week. Now, it has been the first time we've tested it since over a year ago. So it does kind of make sense that maybe we don't break it on the first attempt again. But you would imagine the next, if we can come down and then press it again, maybe we break it there. But yeah, so far it's looking like maybe the trend line isn't going to be broken. So yeah, that's ETH Bitcoin anyway. Obviously leading on to further ETH weakness today. We've got ETH down just over 3%, with Bitcoin down just over 2%. Now, we have come into the zone where we bounced on Monday. So we came into this point, didn't we? And, pretty easy in key SR when you look across. You can see all across here. If I just pull that a bit more. We had resistance coming in, didn't we? Earlier in August, here. That was for about 5 days or so. Pushed above. We then tested it again on the 15th, 16th. Then we ended up dropping through resistance, surged through last Friday. That was a week ago now. A week ago since we had that mega move. What a time that was on stream. That was unbelievable. And then, we tested it obviously on Monday and then pushed up throughout Tuesday. But we're testing it again now. So either we're going to hold here, or we start coming maybe looking lower, down maybe into this region again, where we found a bottom, obviously 9 days ago. Now, what I do want to point out is the potential similarity between the current price structure. Now, of course, on Monday, we fell out of the Stonksy inner channel. So we fell out of there, came into the outer channel, obviously suggesting exhaustion in the price alongside coming into, key SR. Now, we've done the same here. We fell out of the channel here, citing exhaustion, alongside coming into KSR. Now, can we bounce from here? Now, it is a key point. It's a very key critical point. Now, when you do go and look at ETH on the daily, we could do a couple of things from here. Let me know in the chat, what do you think ETH is going to do? Need any magic, Dave? Oh, mate, do you want to come on stream? Yeah, if you want to come on, mate, you can. Is that what you mean? I'm guessing that's what you mean, but if it's not, don't worry. But is it, if you want to jump on, mate, of course. Hi, Scotty, how we doing? First in at swing above S1 at 111, 140. Then at consolidation, then stopped out. Yeah. Maybe, potentially, you want to maybe look at what you're using to derive them levels, then, Steampunk. Or it might just be the condition that the conditions that Bitcoin is trading in sideways. Yeah. So we've got a few different thoughts in here. So it is the classic up, down, or sideways, isn't it? But after such a run, I don't think it would be a surprise if ETH maybe even just consolidated in here for maybe even all of or the most of September. We could just get a lengthy consolidation here, reaccumulation, obviously with the idea that 4,000 or just above 4,000 is defended by, the big ETH bulls at the moment, Tom Lee and co. So that is one aspect, that we just consolidate in here and don't do anything, which would be healthy, really, as long as it's not distribution. As long as it's reaccumulation and not distribution, would be all good. The second thing is that we potentially push to the downside. Now, to the downside, I have two key levels I would like to look at, which would be, let's get rid of this, which will be a potential, SR test here of 3,850. Potentially we come into there and bounce, or we could just completely flush it out and then bounce from lower 3,000s. It gets a bit dangerous from there. Because if we was to get Bitcoin really pushing down and collapsing, then and it seems wild, it seems obviously on par with when ETH was down here, and you're saying, right, in a month and a half, ETH is going to be at 5k. You would say you're an absolute lunatic. Are you joking? Have you seen how ETH has traded recently? When we was down here and just at the start of July, you would say middle of August, 5k, no chance with how weak ETH is. Now, ETH is strong. Up here, you would say there's no chance of this. There is absolutely no chance of this. It's entirely possible. You could come down for an SR test today, and that's exactly where Stonksy has got support, Drew. Obviously, SR flip from here to here. Bang, there we go. So they're the downside levels that I think I would be, definitely interested in. And again, it's not about how possible something is. Anything is possible in it. Anything is possible. It's the probability. How probable is it? Well, of course, we could just range in here like this as well. We could just go sideways, like I said, throughout September. Or, of course, at any given point, we could push up, actually flip the 2021 all-time high, because at the moment we've just had 2 wicks above and that's it. So actually close above and then begin to rally. So they're looking at it. Obviously, they are the potential outcomes from here. And again, it's nothing crazy, is it? Up, down, or sideways, but it's all about planning. Planning for them. It's all good just sitting there and watching it. But if you haven't got a plan in place to where you're going to potentially step into the market, then it's just pointless, isn't it? Now, of course, like I mentioned, we are still green on Stonksy, and we do have some lower time frame indications coming in, such as the similarities between these and these. We have had a red 1 hour background come in. I want to just check to see what the 5 minute is doing. So we've got nothing on the 5 minute yet. So I'm going to keep watching the low time frame, potential shift in momentum now. Have you been in touch with BitBoy, bro? No. I don't know BitBoy. Are you maybe referring to TMG? Are you maybe referring to TMG? I don't know if TMG has spoke to him. I don't know if TMG has spoke to him. I don't know BitBoy personally. I assume maybe TMG might have reached out to him. I don't know. Afternoon, Discipline. How we doing? Great to see you. Right, I've just sent the link to Wiz. It looks like Wiz is going to come on. Entered short on ETH around 4619. Boom. There you go. There you go. Payday for discipline then. Payday for discipline. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Very nice, mate. Well done. Love it. Love it. But yeah, let's see. What have we got the stock market doing? So the stock market has bled down as well. So the stock market has been bleeding down this morning. Leveled off last few hours. Obviously, maybe giving some of the kicking the arse to Bitcoin earlier today. Bitcoin started going earlier than that, though, didn't it? And here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Here he is.
Hello. How are we?
We're blessed. We're blessed with his. We're blessed with his presence. Welcome. How are you?
Hello, welcome. I'm alright, thanks. Yeah, it's been quite a nice morning. I woke up, saw Bitcoin and ETH falling off a cliff, waited for them to bottom, and then decided to have a little bit of a nibble just to make today a little bit interesting. So
a nibble.
I'm currently, well, I hit TP1, so I longed ETH at 4337.
Right, yeah.
So I had an area on my chart. I saw the candle, pulled back on the retrace, and that's where I got in. So I'm holding that. And where am I long from Bitcoin from? Let's have a look. Bitcoin, I am long from 109,933.
Very nice. Oh, that's a nice entry. Yeah.
So
that is a nice entry.
I
was just covering Ethereum then. I mean, it's like right into SR at the moment, but I do wonder if maybe a bigger pullback is brewing for ETH. I don't know.
I mean, I'm on the, what chart am I looking at? I don't know. It's like, for me, I had some nice markings out that we've come and, because we've essentially come and pretty much taken out the liquidity wick from Tuesday, the liquidation wick. Yeah. Because what did that go down to? That went down to 4313, and we did 4318. I don't know. I can see us coming back and retesting I can see us at least retesting the weekly at 4429.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm talking quite small numbers here because I am 500x leverage, so I don't need to be too greedy on this one. This was more of a scalp. But I must say I do like that 15-minute candle that we've just had. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I do I mean, really, when you're looking at it, these big ETH bulls, this is where you would think that they would be stepping in and around here, because this is SR. You can see it very cleanly on the daily. You can see it very cleanly on any time frame that you look. We've obviously then potentially got a retest down below should we fall out of here down towards just above 4K where we bounced last week. But then there are levels to the downside, and what I was saying then was just looking at downside levels. Of my levels to the downside should become 3,850, 3,376, so maybe you could call it 3,400 if you want a nice round number, and then in total just complete wipeout would be 2,880 ish. And what I was saying was, obviously in start of July when we was at like 2.5K, if you said come mid-August ETH's going to be trading at 5K, you would have thought that the person was on crack. You would have thought, you absolutely joking, like there is no way with how ETH trades that it's going to be at 5K. Now it's the flip in it. If you said to someone, right, we're going to be back to 3K by middle of September, and then we're going to go break all-time high, you would think, no, there's no way of that. ETH is too strong. Like, there's no way it's going back to 3K. So it's kind of a flip now. Personally, I think obviously we've kind of got like the kind of sailor fanboys now, haven't we, of Ethereum? Doing the same playbook. But the thing is, I think Tom Lee has a much more smarter and much more risk management approach than Sailor.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think obviously they are keeping a lot, some of the capital or a good chunk of it to the side for defending key levels. Maybe maybe looking for a pullback lower. But primarily, looking to defend. Oh, that is a nice push up. Have you seen ETH? It's going.
Oh, let's go.
It's going. So is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going 10,000. Oh, we've just had PCE data. That's why. Yeah, we just had PCE data. So the market is pumping. Let me refresh this. What was the data? I'm guessing it came in positive. Come on, load. Yeah, so it came in on forecast for both month over month and year on year. So that has gave Bitcoin and ETH Eve.
Oh, let's
Oh,
go.
look at Eve go. Oh, mate,
Look
your longs must be printing now. Your longs must be printing. Look at them go. They're both
baby.
ripping.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, keep your eyes on your trades, mate, because these are rocketing. Keep your eyes on the trades. Bloody hell! What a 15-minute candle. Well, what a 1-minute candle.
Keep going. Keep going. Oh, my sweet pea.
Wow. Shorts just got absolutely blew out the water there. Anyone that was late trying to short this. Now, the question is, does it retrace into maybe open? Yeah, it's coming back down quite a bit, isn't it? But, yeah. Wow. What push up. How nice. ETH went all the way up to 4455 pretty much. Bitcoin went up to basically 111,500. It's starting to push up a bit more now. Very, very nice. We'll let you sort out what you need. I'm guessing you're managing your trades, so you take your time. But yeah, what a move on Bitcoin. That is on the back of core PCE data coming out, obviously US data, and it is high importance data, hence the move. And they both came in on forecast for both month over month and year on year figures. So yeah, very, very nice bump up.
What did I manage to get out on ETH?
And it almost looks like the perfect architect done it, of just slamming it down this morning to then just rip it back up.
I've closed some and I've kept some open. I managed to get a chunk of my Ethereum out at 4417, which is a bit.
Yeah, nice.
I would have preferred 4450, but I'm about 50% out now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can ride the rest. You know, if that ends up being just a retest on both, because we have Bitcoin and ETH come into some key areas. If that ends up just being a retest, you've got like kind of just a free hit now, haven't you?
Yeah, 100%. Like it's like you say. Oh, nice.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's have a look at Solana. We didn't cover Solana. Solana back up to 212. I think Solana looks brilliant. And just as obviously we were saying at the start of the stream, that daily retest now, look at the daily candle. So the daily is obviously, unless you're scalping Solana, the daily is really what we want to focus on over the next few days, because we have now come in and retested obviously where we was finding resistance on the daily. And of course, look at that daily candle now. We've bounced beautifully. So if we can get a daily close of something like that, then it does paint a positive picture for Solana going into the weekend and next week. And these levels that we're looking at could be, they could potentially be next. So yeah, really nice movement on Solana. Yeah, you can see this. You can see the strength of Solana in the market as well. Just looking at them 15-minute candles. Obviously, Solana is holding its gains a lot better than ETH and Bitcoin. Very, very nice. But we do have
hopefully we push up.
Yeah. And Discipline was just saying that he entered a short on ETH around 4619, and I was saying, oh, that's a great trade. I don't know if you closed it, Discipline, or are you keeping it open? But obviously ETH was a good, probably about $70 lower, something like that, than obviously when we was looking at that, because that was 6 minutes before the data dropped. But we have got a question for you from Short Video Guru. We're saying, what does Wizard think about PagerDuty?
About what?
I don't know. PagerDuty. PagerDuty. Is it a stock? Let me see. Let me try and pull it up.
Oh, this is a nasty retracement.
Yeah,
here it is. PD.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's pull it up. You pull it up on yours. I'll pull it up on mine. Let's get it on the daily chart. Right. So it's one of them ones where it's bled down for quite a few years, but it has got, to be fair, a potential nice bottoming pattern on it.
It's earnings next week. I mean, you're essentially playing earnings. It's beaten the last You know what? It's beaten its last few earnings, which
Yeah, and it's
I
had
guess is
massive
positive.
pumps following them, hasn't it, as well?
Yeah, I did.
What's interesting is, Wiz, on the last earnings, they beat earnings on revenue and obviously earnings per share, I think. And have you seen the bloody drop it got? Jesus Christ, it got brutalized. Even though they come in, it dropped. The next trading day ended up dropping a total of near 14%. Following that,
Crikey.
got a big gap down. But then on the polar opposite, in March, it got a huge gap up. It went from obviously the I'm guessing earnings with them earnings released after market close. I'm guessing there was. It got a total of 18% gain the next day.
Oh, I forgot I'm also long on Link as well.
Oh, you legend!
Oh, that's retraced. That was retraced too badly.
Let's see, Link. Link, yeah, Link's looking a bit of the same in it. And look at Link. You know, for anyone obviously that's been like, you know, it is like a real like viewer of the stream and watches every day or most days. You know, these Solana and Link levels we have outlined for bloody ages. And, you know, look exactly where Link has came into. And this is where momentum stopped right here. And we're currently, obviously now, looking like maybe it's either consolidating or momentum is slowly falling off. Yeah, Link. I mean, to be fair, still up pretty nicely compared to the previous hourly candle.
And to be honest, these things now, I'm basically playing with fun money now.
Yeah. What I think maybe will happen with these is because of the drop and because maybe people are starting to get a bit scared, I think people will start trying to aggressively short this pump and then may just get completely blew out the water because obviously with Bitcoin falling back to the, you know, the lows of the other day and ETH looking a bit hairy, yeah, I think maybe people might try to short this news pump and maybe on US Open and throughout the rest of the day, maybe just get completely blew out. Would be my thinking.
Yeah,
because
everyone feels too bearish.
There's not any risk reward shorting here, in my opinion, because Bitcoin and ETH are both at support.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, like there's just it doesn't seem like there's anything appealing in that for me. What have we got? Rob says, whoa, data exactly on target. What a manipulating shit show these reports are. It is quite funny how aggressively everything sold off, like overnight, obviously into this morning. And then suddenly we get really nice positive data and it just completely reverses the whole move. Yeah, take profit was 4,330. Oh, Discipline, you legend. What a short that was. So yeah, that was nice. Discipline got a great like $300 drop on Ethereum. See what it does. What does it do? So we haven't looked. Have we looked to see what this page of duty does? It that message kind of maybe seems like it does something a bit taboo. Maybe.
Let me have a look. What does
the fact they put he at the end of the message makes me think it's something.
I mean, it's just DevOps. It's just a DevOps. It's a cloud-based incident management platform.
Oh, right.
I mean, cybersecurity got battered this week. I don't know if you saw, because I know a few people who were in it. CrowdStrike, CRWD, that got brutalized this week. But I actually bounced back. I was very pleasantly surprised with that one because it was yesterday, wasn't it? It's got a mad candle, Dave, actually. That is ridiculous. We'll take a look now. Yeah, we'll take a look. CrowdStrike.
Yeah, we've got Delta in saying good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, mate. Hope you're great. I think Short Video Guru maybe seems quite bullish on it. He says it's security for AI. I'm guessing, are you quite bullish on it? Are you, Short Video Guru? What is the one you want me to look at? Sorry, what's the ticker?
CRWD. It's got a mad 1 hour candle yesterday.
Oh, look at that! Yeah. So earnings came obviously before market open.
That is a mad 5-minute candle.
Look
I
at
know it's
that,
an
yeah.
opening
Yeah, because obviously it was it would have been down, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What would it have been down on market open? Yeah, 3%ish. Bloody hell. I mean, let's go to the daily. Yeah, it's a pretty wild daily candle, that. Overall, yeah, I mean, it's been in a really solid uptrend, hasn't it? Really solid.
Come on, Ethereum, pump, please.
This ETHZilla thing keeps just completely nuking.
Oh, the PTL. Yeah.
Did you see?
I bought some on Bitminer. I bought some Bitminer calls, Dave. That might be one. If you're playing calls, I bought some $50. I bought some $50 calls for next week.
Right. Yeah, we'll have a look now. Did you see about the Trump brothers?
And Hut 8.
The merging. Is it a Bitcoin miner or something?
Yeah, it's so they're listing American Bitcoin with Hut 8.
Yeah.
So you've got it up there, Hut. Yeah, it's interesting. Do you know a fact? Do you know an interesting fact about why Hut 8 is called Hut 8?
No, I don't. Go on.
Because Hut number 8 was the one that Alan Turing sat in. You know, the decoder in the war.
Oh, right, okay. No,
you ever
I don't
seen
know.
The Imitation Game?
No.
It's that guy. That's what it's named after.
Fascinating.
Speaking about miners, did you see Iron?
No. Let me
have a look at it, Dave.
Oh, look at that.
SMFC. Look at where it is pre-market.
Oh wait.
SMFC.
Oh, I didn't even see that. It wasn't on my screen. I was just looking at the rally it's had over the past week or so.
SMFC will be creaming himself, I imagine.
Oh, do you know what? He's away at the moment as well, so I bet he needs telling about it. Should we tag him in the Discord? Let's do what we did with Save with Crypto yesterday. What was the message we tagged Save with Crypto in?
I bet you're creaming at CRO.
Must be creaming over that CRO pump. Right, hang on.
Yeah. It's a brutal 5-minute candle on ETH.
Right, everyone who's in the Discord that are watching, go and copy it and paste my message I've just put in general. Go and jump on it.
Is he gone anywhere nice on holiday?
I don't actually know where he's gone. No.
He is a man of mystery.
But I know wherever it is he's gone, his signal is like not the best. So you might not have even seen that. So yeah,
he does strike me as the type of guy that would go to like a rainforest retreat.
Yeah. And just like
be one with nature.
Yeah, just not tell anyone. Just be like, right, I'm going away. All right, okay, and then just like disappear to somewhere mad. Yeah, he's going to a rainforest retreat. You've got bloody Save going to a bloody magic mushroom psychedelic retreat in Spain. Save.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, class! I rate that.
Yeah, he loves it. Yeah, he absolutely loves it. Yeah, that is an interesting 15-minute candle on Bitcoin there. Very interesting.
You know what? I'm quite bullish. I think that they're I think we rip higher this afternoon. You know, I think it's squeezing a little bit out here. For me, I look at this like they're trying to tempt people into shorting it again.
Yeah, I think so. I think people will be so accustomed now because the downtrend has been going on for literally 2 weeks.
Yeah, people are gagging to short.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, we're literally at support. Like where Bitcoin's just bounced, where Ethereum's just bounced, where Solana's just bounced, are all support regions. So, the risk reward is literally on Bitcoin. Like, what's that? It would be like $1,000 to get back down towards that support. Like, there is no risk reward to short at $1,000 as opposed to it may be ripping up like another 2-3K today.
Yeah.
In my opinion, of course,
100%.
that's not financial advice, my opinion, but yeah, that's what I think. Mario says, good morning, guys. Back from Alaska trip. There we go. Didn't even know. Marios has been to Alaska. There we go. Fantastic, mate. What did you do there? Was it good? He says, what did I miss? Top in yet? I don't think so. I don't think the top is in. Personally, I don't think the top is in on anything yet. The top is certainly not in on FDF. That's for sure. Isn't that right, Wiz?
On what? On FDF?
Yeah. You know they're doing an airdrop, don't you? They're doing an airdrop this year for people that are like obviously early playing the game and stuff. Yeah, so we should get a nice little present at some point.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you said that and it threw me off because I saw something earlier about FTT.
Oh right. Oh right, yeah.
I was like, is that token not already dead? But I still find it mad that Luna has as much trading volume as it does.
Yeah, it's really wild what happened to that. And I wish that Trump would just pardon Do Kwon and just get him back out there. We need him.
A character.
We need him. We need. It's like you need these big characters back. Yeah, pardon SBF. So what? He messed up $10 billion or whatever. Just let him free. Come on. Get them all back out there. Mario says lots of bears in Alaska. I can only imagine, mate. I can only imagine. Did you see any close up? What did you go there for? Just on holiday or a trip or what? Another Dave, mate. I've not seen you in ages.
Here we go, Dave.
In ages.
Here we go, Dave. We are pushing back up on Ethereum.
Yes, and Bitcoin as well. Have a look at Sol USD / Sui USD pair chart. Should be getting a rotation back into Sui soon. Let me see. Hang on. How do you pull that? How do you pull that up? The Sol / Sui.
Just type in Sol Sui, or is it not there?
No.
Type in Sui Sol. Type in Sui Sol.
It
might be the other way around.
Unless that's it from Cetus. Let's see. Maybe this is it. No. No, it doesn't look like it, does it? No.
I'll tell you my new favourite non-Stonksy indicator that I found today, Dave.
Go on.
It's one called BTC Price Overlay.
Yeah.
And you can put it on, and it'll show you Bitcoin in comparison with just whatever asset you're looking at. So for stocks, it's pretty good. I don't know if you saw it in the Discord, but overlaid to Tesco's. Tesco's mirrors Bitcoin exactly. I looked on JD Weatherspoons and there's a bit.
Oh my god, yeah.
There's a bit of a diversion there, but
yeah, look at that. That is literally. Isn't it funny? But it is just one big trade in it most of the time.
Yeah.
It is just most of the time. It's just one big trade. Oh, right. So you do Sol USD. Sorry, I did USDT. That maybe is where I was going wrong. Hang on.
To be fair, it's not just SMFC that's creamy over iron because I'm in iron as well.
I can't find this chart. How do you pull this? How do you pull this up on TradingView? Another Dave. That's exactly what I've done. Sol USD / Sui USD, and there's just nothing here. I don't know, but I assume, yeah, the thing is, what we're seeing at the moment is probably a bit of rotation into Solana because there's obviously some attention on Solana from, treasuries of that now. So it's really we're just in a treasury narrative play, aren't we, at the moment? It's just very treasury, and what companies are buying, what assets narrative. I assume obviously Sol is now getting some of that momentum because Sol has been shit on. If we go and actually look at the Sol Bitcoin and Sol ETH charts, which will apparently I've got them on here somewhere. Let me see. I don't know where. They might be up here. There's Sol ETH, Sol Bitcoin. If you go and look at the ETH charts, I believe they're probably just beaten down a lot. No, sorry. Yeah, so Sol Bitcoin has been breaking out since last Friday. So as you can see, it's basically just been in like one big range here. A solid 6 months since February, since we come down. Now, if you go to the weekly, you can obviously see that in a bit more depth from where we broke down. And you can see on the weekly there exactly. Let me make that grey. Exactly where we formed a range. So we're just making a U-turn. The last 2 weeks when Sol's been getting momentum, now it's making a U-turn on the Sol Bitcoin chart. If you go to Sol ETH, again, same thing, just beaten down, really beaten down. Been losing momentum to ETH since basically like late April, May, just down only. But look at them 2 last weeks. Really, really nice weekly candles, them in my opinion, the last 2 weeks. And obviously, this weekly candle follow through. So I think, it's looking like, obviously, on Sol Bitcoin, it's only just started breaking back to the upside. So it looks good for, maybe a run to at least 2.4-ish, 2.48. Maybe even, obviously, a crack at the weekly resistance up here. But that is looking nice after, obviously, consolidating. And ETH, it's really yet to get going against ETH. So I think something we could obviously see. I mean, it does have a bit of SR up here, but I mean, it's got room to run, especially when you pair it with the fact that when you go and have a look at ETH Bitcoin, like we looked at before, this is obviously what we looked at last week. I think it was. It's what I put in the CSE newsletter as well. Is you've got ETH pressing this high time frame downtrend here. We did also have it come into weekly resistance where we closed right at the top last week and then it fell off a bit this week. So we could see a retrace on that or consolidation before maybe it goes for its next leg up. So it looks like things are lining up for maybe a bit of time for Solana season.
You've also, to be fair, Dave, actually got as well to consider today that I believe it's a bank holiday on Monday in the States, isn't it? So it's a non-trading day on Monday.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that.
Just in case you fancied a day off.
Well, as it happens, I'm actually off all next week anyway.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, I am up to the Yorkshire Dales.
Ooh, very nice. Where part? Well, not too specifically, but.
Do you know what? I don't actually know. I can't remember where it is. I didn't book it. So I don't actually know. I don't know what part. It's on like a really nice park though.
Very nice.
Yeah, I won't disclose it too specifically, but it looks very nice. Looks very nice.
Yeah, very nice. You'll have to. Well, me and Chad Moonmore. That's our neck of the woods.
Yes. So it should be nice and relaxing.
This Ethereum pump has literally made, honestly, what a day. Iron. My buy zone for Iron was so good. I went in for a dip of the cherry at $18.
Oh.
It's sat up for me, Dave. Sat up perfectly on the volley.
There we go. Marios says there was bears and moose everywhere, just a stroll in the woods. You can see them. Did you take any like bear spray or gun with you or something? I'd be a bit scared of that, but sold my CrowdStrike yesterday. FFS says Delta.
Oh, that's shit luck, innit?
Well, Should have had more conviction, shouldn't you? You should have had bigger balls, Delta. There you go, mate.
Every stock I'm in,
What?
Every stock trade I'm in is actually moving quite nicely. I shorted Tempest AI, and that's now moving quite well. I quite like how honestly, the beauty of charting is you can literally just put an order in and forget about it, and then you'll just get a notification it ticks, and you'll get a notification it takes profit, and you can sleep quite easily.
Yeah.
What else?
Very, very nice. Great entries then. Like you say. Right, we're at 35 viewers and 12 likes. Come on, people. Come on.
Oh, you got to give Dave some more.
Come on. Do better likes. Now, let's get this up to 20 likes. It only takes a second. Go and drop a like on the stream. Go and drop a like. That's a poor showing. But yeah, Steve-O, happy Friday to you as well, my friend. Let me know in the chat what's everyone doing over the weekend. Let me know. Anyone doing anything exciting? What are you up to? Talking of days off, don't forget that thing. I'll do it right after the stream, Save. I'll do it right after the stream. Love Yorkshire. Word of Paul, it's up. It's up now. You reminded me, Sure Video Guru. I saw your comments. So thank you for that. The poll's up in the chat as well. So 2 things for you. Drop a like and vote on the poll. And that's all I ask of you. If you're not subscribed, that as well. So yeah, that is that. Let's have a flick through the watch list and see if anything is sticking out. Anything? Yeah, so you got Link down the most today so far. That's 5.8% down. Anything else down? Got a couple there at 4. I tell you what. I don't know whether you hold this or not, Wiz, or whether you just traded a bit. But Tia is an absolute piece of shite, isn't it?
It is bad, isn't it?
It is such a piece of shit, and it is just the classic VC coin. No doubt at some point it will get an absolute rocket up its ass, and then die. So how high that goes, is up for debate. But I assume probably at some point, because it's literally just been going down only for like a year and a half. I assume at some point it will probably get a rocket up its ass, but then we'll just die in a balling flame of death. I'm going to outline this. I'm going to outline this as my estimated region where Tia dies in a balling flame of death. I think at some point, this is my prediction, right? So there's clear very important SR at $2.27. That's where I've got it on the daily for it to reclaim. Now, I think at some point it will rally up towards $3.60, $3.50, and then we'll die in a balling flame of death. And then at some point over the next 2 years, we'll reach the dizzy lows of 30 cents.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
That's a lovely candle.
You're creaming, aren't you? You're creaming over it.
Well, I wasn't looking at ETH, to be fair. I was looking at Hyperliquid.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, I longed the shit out of it yesterday, and I longed the shit out of it this morning. This thing, I bet Safe with Crypto is quite a happy man.
Yes, I bet he is. I bet he is very happy. I
bet he was happier before the 8% pullback.
Yeah. Are you maybe thinking you wish you would have offloaded it? I know on stream on Wednesday he discussed his $1, his desire for $1 or close to $1. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, to be fair, actually, when you look at the chart, it actually looks really clean. It's just coming for an SR test there. So you got clear SR around 28.5 cents. But what are you thinking, Save? What are you thinking? Yeah, I mean, it's done well, hasn't it? It's done well. My only concern with it would be is like how strong the move has been, but also now after over 3 years, it's finally filled in this weekly inefficiency here. So obviously we had this just big void in price left behind in 2022 when it fell off, and it's now filled that in alongside very narrowly. Actually, it didn't actually come into it, but it got very close. Maybe you could say it came into it depending on where you draw it. But I did have this daily supply zone here drawn between 39.5 up to 42.5 ish. So it did front run it a bit, but as you can see, even on the daily there, it's now filled in this big price void from that's been open for over 3 years. So that would be probably one minor concern. Obviously, depending on what happens. I mean, it's had some pretty bullish narratives, hasn't it? It's had some pretty bullish narratives about
100%.
it. It could carry on. What have we got? We've got Steve saying, when Wizard Call Group.
What calls you after? I give half of the money and no one follows.
I know, yeah, he gives half of the money and half of them in the Discord. Save says, I hear the tea plantations in Yorkshire are some of the best in the world. I only drink Yorkshire tea. It's the best. It's the best.
Tea.
I'll mostly be laughing at United this weekend. Oh, mate, don't. I pray that Burnley beat them, or at least a draw. Honestly, I pray. I pray for it to happen. Please. It will be the funniest thing ever. Check out Piff exploded. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. And Save says, not offloading yet, fully creaming my pants later. There we go. Save is going to be fully creamed up.
Have I got any shit alts in my watch list that are going nuts?
Piff. I did actually look at Piff. Yes, it's not there. Hang on.
This is one thing though that I've noticed is when we have news now, the memes don't go nuts anymore.
No. I think the capital, you can see the capital flows, can't you? Like clearly capital has concentrated back into ETH, Solana, Link. So I think it's just literally you can just see the rotation in the market. Yeah, you can just see like caps. Look at SPX. That's I didn't realize until I looked at it the other day. Pulled back like nearly 50% from its highs. Obviously, fart coins took a big massive shit on it. That took a huge shit the other day. I guess in most of them have. Literally just rotation in the market. It's been back into obviously large caps, mainly ETH and ETH betas. And then obviously Solana, your Link, LDO, ARB, Aave. But this Piff, my God, this Piff is surging. I mean, it's up 7% today, but it's up. What is it up? So obviously we had that news alongside Crow, because that was listed in it on it yesterday. And from the start of that hourly candle, it is up 112%. Now, I do have a line actually drawn here on Piff. Let me see where this is. So this is actually weekly SR, which you could actually put into a nice little zone there, which we will do. So between 24.5 cents up to 25.5 cents is my kind of SR zone on Piff. Now it is entering that, and there you go. I can't remember when we looked at Piff, but there's what I drew last time. So there we go. So yeah, if we clear this area here, if momentum continues, obviously it's into a really big SR zone. This would be very bullish if it reclaimed there, of course. The next point of call on looking at strictly the weekly chart, maybe 36 cents up to potentially. Let me draw that on. Up to potentially 39. Now let's see what it looks like on the daily. Yeah, that looks good to me. Even looks pretty decent on the daily. On a daily you could move that up to there, but yeah. So that kind of this zone here, this 4 cent zone, right in here. If it gets up there, I think that would be a top for Piff then, or at least a short to mid-term top, and then it would rotate back down. So keep an eye on that. I'm going to keep an eye on it. That'd be great to short up there. Bloody hell. Would you be taking a short on it there, Wizard? Would you take a short on it?
I'm not sure. I'm in a weird spot where there's not actually a lot in the market that I like.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've been
The
a
thing
bit
is-
disengaged recently. Like
Yeah.
outside of like the majors. I don't know.
Yeah, I think at the moment, aside from like scalps, there's not really much in the market for like risk reward on shorts, is there? So really, it's kind of like if you're bullish, you know, you're loading up on spot or longs, and then if you know maybe you're waiting for lower on things. Really, I mean, the risk reward definitely isn't there now for shorting Bitcoin, in my opinion. You know.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what's
it's a
holding
bit
up
of
quite well.
It's a bit of a weird spot. Yeah.
Bio is holding up really well.
Is it? We'll look at that. Another Dave says, I'm heavy into Sui and Orca. Right, we'll look at them next. And Jeff says, I'm creaming over my piff bags. I bet you are, mate. I bet you are. Just be a bit cautious that it is into weekly SR. That's what I'd just be a bit cautious of. It is into weekly SR. Now, again, I'm not telling you to sell them, of course, and that's definitely not what I'm suggesting either.
Dave is your financial advisor.
No, I'm just saying, just be a bit cautious of how this, because you know anything could happen, couldn't it? How this weekly develops, is all I'm saying. Again, you know, if it does reclaim this SR zone, it could come up to here next. But as it is, you can see exactly why and where it is right into weekly SR now. So again, just something to bear in mind. But I mean, what a move. So I bet you very much are happy about that, Jeff. I'm very happy for you, mate. But I'm just going to run to the toilet extremely quickly, just for a quick wazoo. And then we will look at Sui and Orca next for another Dave. What's the pick?
Dave, do you want to chuck the? If I can stick my screen on whilst you go, then and I can
yeah.
the stuff I have.
Yeah, the piff all-time high, bloody hell, on $1.16. Jesus. Yeah, that's the piff all-time high. $1.16. Right, let me chuck your screen on. While you're chucking your screen on, there we go. Sold 15% yesterday. There you go, mate. You're just DCAing out, aren't you? But I won't be a minute.
What are people looking at then? I need to update my lines on this now, but this is bio. That's an old chart. Video tickers. Gosh, all of these are red. What have we got? If there's a ticker you'd like me to look at, then drop that in. I think these are all the ones that I have marked out. Bonk. AMD. Ooh. I am just about. I've taken 2 profits on it, but I am actually long on AMD. I was aiming back at all-time high. I still quite like it. I actually think, not financial advice, but this area here is actually an interesting zone. And one thing I'm looking at, Save, that is an interesting one, is I don't know if they have a, or if it's an indicator. Let's have a look. No, they don't. But I've been looking at AMD outperforming Nvidia as capital moves across. Now, if it might be easier to see, what have we got? So, the last 3 months, AMD is up 51 compared to Nvidia. So AMD is now beginning to outperform Nvidia. So I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm building a short on this. I think, let's go into the 4 hour. I think this is beginning to show signs of distribution. Like, as we can see, we've sort of pushed. So this to me feels like it's getting to the point where the upside's disappearing. And then I look at AMD. We'll go on to the daily. I don't know. I look at AMD and see more upside. Like we are basically, like we're back basically where we were before the election. Yeah. This is a really mad chart, actually, if you look, because basically everything rallied, didn't it, after Trump got elected? And this thing basically just sold off as things moved. Because if you look, what's that, March 2025? Yeah, so if you look at the difference for this, where did we have the election? Yeah, so here, so where we had the election and AMD was selling off, obviously I assume it's probably because AMD has a lot more exposure to Asia. You saw, yeah, really interesting. So they were complete opposites. So I wonder if there's an AMD NVIDIA comparison chart. Let me have a look. Yeah, it is an interesting one. Certainly one to look at. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I like AMD personally. I think you see that actually as well. There was a semiconductor stock that came onto my radar the other day. I've forgotten the name of it, but it was an interesting one. Actually, there's a few stocks that came onto my watch list. So there was a drone stock that I have bought called Aero. I have been buying some of this. Relatively new. But it's a drone maker for the military. I started buying it around here. So this is certainly one to keep an eye on. Because, yeah, as you can see, they beat their earnings, started rallying. So this one could break above that resistance there and push upwards. Oh, that's going to annoy me. I'll find out the name of that semi-stock. You've also got actually TSM. I don't know what that's done on the back of NVIDIA. Yeah, that seems toppy as well. So yeah, I'll have a look and I'll drop the semiconductor stock into the Discord. I'll put a chart behind it. What we've got, deep, nice SUI protocol. This thing.
Right then.
How garbage is this thing? Chart doesn't actually look that bad.
Right. Oh. I'm back. I went and made a coffee dead quick. I didn't have a shit.
Did you?
Anyone wondering?
Did you do some nice latte art in it?
No, it was just an instant one.
Yeah.
Just an instant coffee, but I thought I'll load up while we're coming into US Open. Lovely.
Yeah, I was just looking at deep. Not too much on. But yeah, Save asked about AMD, and I was saying I think that the AMD NVIDIA chart is really interesting. I flashed this up. I mean, I'm long on NVIDIA, but I'm long on. This was really interesting to me. So after the Trump election, I assume because this is Asian, that basically sold off really aggressively.
Yeah.
After the election, because you got the election there, and it's gone like that. Whereas on the other side of it, you had the election here, and you got a push upwards on there. Not much, and then you obviously got the back end of the year go down. But yeah, that was an interesting one. But yeah, what other stocks have I got? This one's an interesting one to keep an eye on. Is it's UUUU. This is the only licensed uranium producer in the United States.
Wow, look at that.
A bit of a mad candle. Same with this one. This is a hyperscaler to keep on the radar. AEHR. I bought a little bit here because somebody suggested it to me, but chart actually looks pretty good, to be fair. I'd have loved to have bought here, in all honesty, but beggars can't be choosers. And then this MongoDB. Not a clue what this does, but
brilliant name. What a name!
Someone on my radar around here. It was one of my stock friends suggested. I looked at it. Duolingo. This thing is proper dog shite. This I'm also short on. ASTS I like. Black Sky I like.
I think
Chipotle's about to shit the bed.
I think what is something interesting, and potentially maybe for the next few years, are companies that are basically focusing on like American made or done in America and stuff like that only licensed uranium company in America. A lot of these companies, obviously because of the tariffs and stuff, will just start sucking up to Trump's ideology of America first and stuff like that. So if you can't catch anything kind of remotely like that, where it kind of fits into that narrative of Trump, I
think though you might see. I think emerging markets are really interesting, and I think one of the areas that I've been buying up at the moment is China. I think Chinese stuff is really cheap, particularly the technology stuff. And it's a good period to buy Chinese stuff. As we discussed last week, it's that ghost month. And it's flashing this. This is what Dave and I were chatting about. This is the what's it called?
Pumpkin
spice.
Season.
Yeah, the pumpkin spice latte season effect. So Starbucks have their best. So some of the strongest candles on the monthly Starbucks chart are September, October, November, December. So if you look, pumpkin spice latte up there, it is nuts actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
They averaged that this year would see a 10% push up.
Yeah, it's really interesting how as well, it doesn't seem to fail. Even though it's well known, even though it just seems like, blazingly obvious, there's not really too many occasions where the majority of people trying to play this get fucked over. Which is weird. It just literally if you go back and have a look, how many times has it literally just been free money? 1, 2. Yeah, I suppose it depends where you take it from and where.
I think people have started front running it because I think August candles seem to get bigger.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do. I would try and front run it as early as possible because obviously you don't want to be buying into the actual momentum.
If you look here at September, here you don't get it until November. Probably when it's a bit more mature. But yeah, you can see October candle big there. November candle big there. November candle big there. Started front running in August. Massive November candle. Those November candles are nuts on it, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then I think here is where it got front run over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as you can see, nice. That's actually if you were in here, you'd be a bit annoyed, and obviously on the downtrend. But as a monthly candle, that's actually quite a strong monthly candle considering where it went to and from.
Yeah.
Because you essentially reversed quite a hefty downtrend, and especially when you had this hanging below it.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously preceded by COVID.
All the way down to $50.
And then look at that. August front run the candle, and then November candle again.
To be fair, this is
November candle, December.
Yeah, I mean, for such a massive company, though, this is one of the few stocks where, aside from obviously like the COVID drop, if you bought in, it's literally just done fuck all for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you had good opportunity on the COVID drop to get like a 2x pretty fast. But then apart from that, for the rest of the time, it's literally just gone sideways and done F all.
Yeah. But then if you trade it, you're getting massive swings.
Yeah, if you were just smacking this either way, or even just buying around them, you know, like there's like 3 attempts there now at them weekly lows, you know, of opportunity.
Yeah.
You could just,
because if you essentially just decided, right, I'm going to buy here.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell here.
In there until one of the side breaks.
Yeah. You're basically giving yourself 35% move each side.
Yeah. And that's not even, literally. And then obviously if you short it back down, then you're literally just ping-ponging it.
Yeah. It is nuts. Like, literally, like, November candles are... I might actually see if I can get... You know how they have the Bitcoin monthly returns?
Yeah.
Or the quarterly? I might actually see if I can find one for Starbucks, because that is...
What did Starbucks, like, start trading at and stuff in the 90s? What was it? What was it at?
42 cents. 24 cents.
So it's done... Yeah.
Yeah, you do also, to be fair, get a dividend out of it.
Look at that sell-off in 2000, well, leading into 2008. Now look at that. That, my friends, is a ghost of Christmas future for the markets.
I would love a 50% market retrace.
Oh,
and then you just have that period of consolidation there. Pull back, up here, COVID, boom. Oh, what other rubbish do I have on here? I'll tell you what chart I Dave. Etsy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I quite like the look of that as a chart. Yeah. I know this is on the monthly, so
it's back into where it started, though, isn't it? Like it's back into that starting point before the big run. So. Yeah, it does. It looks. Thing is, with something like this, you've just got to be really patient, haven't you? Like it's just all about
stuff that you'll just set a DCA in and you'll aim to just like sell up here. Trade Desk had a good day. That's a mad monthly series of monthlies, isn't it? Yeah, that thing's quite fun to trade. Microsoft's starting to look quite horrible. I actually think, not financial advice. And I'd definitely wait and find good opportunities, but this to me feels like it'll roll over soon.
Yeah,
like that feels like a distribution.
I mean, you look at that. Considering obviously we're talking about the stock market and not not crypto and stuff. Zoom in on that. It literally, look at how many green candles in a row it had, minus that obviously one red candle. Like it had one red candle in the middle there, but that is literally just up only for about 3 months, isn't it? Like there's literally one red candle in there on that uptrend. It is insane. And it does kind of look a bit blow off toppy, that weekly candle at the top, doesn't it? Like when you zoom in on it, look at that. That is also, blow off top.
Also, I think from a fundamental point of view for Microsoft is like, where's like operating software now is just basically open source. Like Google offer theirs. AI will just mean that you'll just have all of that. The hardware that they do is actually pretty shit. And the AI, they're basically just using OpenAI. So it's feels like the shift to Google.
OpenAI screw up their last model release or something.
Yeah, OpenAI's a bit in the toilet. Apple, again, I'd be worried about Apple.
I saw a funny thing on that because someone tweeted about that, saying like Sam Altman come out this week or some point, I think it was this week, saying like referring to like AI or some part of AI seems like it's in a bubble or something, and someone said it's funny how like he's just like juiced it up to the max, and then as soon as OpenAI have a bad model release, suddenly it's a bubble.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to quickly go and grab a drink.
Yeah, go on. I'll grab my screen up back while you go do that.
Mr. Delta, it was Aero, but it's with an I, not an E. The one with the E is the crypto.
Yes, as we know all too well. Bitcoin just kind of holding around, and it's kind of holding around. I'll tell you what I do want to bring your attention to, guys, is no. Slight cause for concern. Don't know what you guys think. Let me know. But MSTR is incredibly weak. It's already down 26%. And it has now just completely lost its 200 daily moving average, which it lost it here for one day. Used it as support back in February, March time. But it hasn't lost that really properly since it reclaimed it. Reclaimed it in January, lost it for 2-3 days in March 2023 on the Silicon Valley bank collapse when we had all that uncertainty. That I think, I mean, you can look at it, maybe we're here. Maybe we're here. It does look kind of similar. We have touched it similarly over the past couple of months and stuff like here. Maybe that is this. But then what happened after that? We got one more just kind of spike up and then it was bang, done. I do wonder if this time is maybe just printing the same. Here's a massive cause for concern because obviously Saylor can't really raise much, loads more money because the stock price just keeps dumping. So yeah, we'll discuss this with Wiz when he comes back on. We do have 2 minutes to go until open. 77% of you think we're going up. So yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. I'm on board with you guys. Everyone that voted up, I'm on board with it. Let's get the Bitcoin 1 minute chart up and running before going into the open so we can see it nice and clearly. And then we will get Wiz's opinion on MSTR now that it has lost the 200 weekly moving average. Wiz is the top geezer. We've got 45 seconds to go. In the meantime, if you do want us to look at anything else or discuss anything else, get your comments in because we'll look at it after US Open. Let's just see what have we got going into it. The S&P is, like I said, we dumped down on the S&P earlier this morning. Bitcoin's had a nice push up following PCE data. So what direction are we going in now? What awaits? And we've got 10 seconds. Oh, what's everyone doing this weekend? Tell you what, I'm mightily looking forward to a nice chilled weekend. Gonna go for a nice full English tomorrow morning. Oh. There we go. So we're open, guys. We are open. So let's see what awaits. With the stock market being closed on Monday, we do obviously have a long weekend in that front. So today's close will be interesting. And there we go. There is the the typical usual US Open dump on Bitcoin. Just straight down a couple $100, no mercy. Just straight down. So we have now, given that last 1 minute candle, completely retraced the pump up from an hour ago. So that is completely retraced. And of course, anyone that long that now is likely from longing that point onwards, probably that has stopped them out, you'd imagine, on that candle. So are we just hunting stops before maybe carrying on upwards? Or are we destined to fall down and down and down? I think it will go down more, says Discipline. Could come and retest. Yeah, we could come and retest demand again, couldn't we? Thing is, it's very close. It's very, very close to obviously where support is lying. So, yeah, you're either kind of waiting for maybe another test of lower to see if it goes, if it obviously holds support or maybe drops down lower. Or anywhere above. Here he is, or anywhere just above is kind of like decent risk reward.
We had the usual, isn't there?
Yeah, we had the usual US Open done. The usual US. Oh, I hear the foot massager. Mine's broke now, you know. Mine doesn't do the air.
No, you're gonna have to get a new one.
I don't know. It still does. It still does the kneading, like. So I just have that on.
It's a business. It's a business expense, Dave. It's tax deductible.
Yeah, I suppose. So, I suppose it is. Up says Gary. Yes, Gary. Great to see you. Up says Nick. Something I want to get your opinion on with, obviously, Bitcoin is dumping down. I don't know if you've noticed or not or seen, but on the MicroStrategy chart, we have now fully lost the 200-day moving average.
Ooh, interesting.
Now, so we fell out of it on the 19th of August, and then we rejected off it on the 22nd, and we remain below. Now, what is actually quite interesting is the pattern. So that, I don't know if you can see on my screen, is this pattern here. So, like, obviously touched it, you know, we got back above and have barely touched it since we got back above in January, but we kind of rode it along in 2023. Touched it again in 2024 in September, and then obviously moved very away from it. But then February, March, April, touched it 3 consecutive times there. And then we've got kind of this pattern of consolidation below. Now, what's funny is actually, if we go and look at the last cycle, is we had the exact same, literally like nearly carbon copy, the exact same thing of, you know, we kind of rode it and then, you know, shot away from it. And then look exactly what happened. We had 3 touches, exactly like what we've just had. Touch, even a drop below like what we've just had in April, and then, you know, straight reclaim.
Yeah.
And then what?
Sorry, SNFC must be creaming because I've just looked and iron's up 30%.
Oh my god! Imagine if he just doesn't see it as well. Imagine if he just doesn't see it. Yeah, what a move. And then, so we touched it 3 times in 2021, and then we had this consolidation below. And then obviously Bitcoin then went for its second run up, and then we got one more spike up on MicroStrategy before it just lost it again and then died. So that is like very like eerily similar to what we're currently getting. You know, we've got 3 taps here, and then, you know, push up and then consolidation below, after obviously just a huge run up away from it. And then we look at this cycle, huge run up away from it. Then tap, tap, tap again, even the same of losing it for one day and then reclaiming it. And then currently at consolidation below. Can you imagine the smell if it did this? Like, it just repeated the exact same thing. And, you know, obviously moving into like October, November, we get another push up on Bitcoin. MicroStrategy goes back up to 450 or maybe just a bit, and then just dies a death.
Mute.
Just straight back down to $100. See you later.
Oh,
can you imagine $100? Isn't it mad that saying that now? But literally, MicroStrategy was $100 this time last year.
It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mind you, you say that, Dave. I made a video in April saying Iron was a great buy at $6. I'm sat here now watching it flirt with $30. You all laughed at me. You're not laughing now.
5x. Another Dave says, meet Kevin was slating it yesterday, calling it a Ponzi. I used to watch a bit of Meet Kevin. I haven't watched him in a while, but I imagine he strikes me as the type of guy that would call anything Bitcoin and crypto related a Ponzi. Am I right or not? I think I remember last cycle he didn't really get involved in it at all. I haven't watched him in a couple of years, so maybe you could correct me if I'm wrong. But he strikes me as the type of guy who kind of hates the idea of anything crypto related. I remember last cycle. So there's like, I don't know if you watch much of them, Wiz, but they used to do like a podcast. There was obviously like Graham Stephan, Andre Jig, and then there's another guy called Andre something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Andre something. Anyway, I remember last cycle that Andre guy is completely risk averse. Like, will hardly take any risk. Like,
yeah, he's like the 1% S&P 500.
I remember. Yeah, the guy he was just completely against the idea of putting any money in Bitcoin and stuff. This was a couple of years ago, and instead said he was putting his money in silver, which again actually is rallied.
Yeah, silver hit an all-time high today. Silver hit an all-time high today.
Yeah, it's done actually quite well of late, especially this year. But in terms of multiples, obviously Bitcoin has blew out. Bitcoin is dropping down very harshly. Discipline says history repeating itself. It does kind of resemble that, doesn't it? It does kind of resemble. Can you imagine the fear around this though? If MicroStrategy actually went back into towards, to be fair, if it did get back into this consolidation range and got towards $100, I would buy the shit out of it, I think. Because if he survives another bear market, then because we had the same last cycle when it went down to like $13, $14, $15. Everyone was calling for the liquidation. If he can survive another bear market, then we saw what it's done this cycle. It could do anything next cycle if Bitcoin ends up going to a couple $100,000.
Gold's on a ripper.
Yeah. The only thing is with this is it front runs Bitcoin. Like, as you can, like, we started selling off on this way before Bitcoin. Like, it started selling off. Basically, as Bitcoin made its all-time high, it started selling off. So really what we want to see is maybe MSTR strength before we can look for strength in Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, Bitcoin's taking a big shit in it. Oh, that is nasty, isn't it?
That is fairly horrible.
That is, what a horrendous two-handed candle. Oh, I bet you're wishing you closed it out fully now, aren't you?
Yeah.
To be fair,
I'm at break even. I'm at break even anyway, so
you got the gains very quickly. To be fair,
I stopped out on break even, which is all right. I might have another nibble in a bit. It feels like this is just manipulation stuff.
Yeah, I think it'd go up for the rest of the day, in my opinion. Not financial advice, of course. Maybe we're coming to take out the low. I mean, I have also been looking today at, maybe it does come and take out the low of 108, 600 or whatever, and kind of trap people there.
Yeah.
As long as it holds above 108, I'm pretty cool with whatever it does. If it loses 108, then I will be looking for sub 100. But yeah, Stonksy's had a nice call on it. Down from 113k. I tell you what, the Stonksy low frequency, but I don't know if anyone's been following along. I did put it in the Discord this morning. The low frequency one is absolutely killing it. Oh, that is nasty. That is heavy unloading. That is heavy unloading. Yeah, the low frequency bot has been absolutely killing it. It's hit 14 out of the last 18 trades in profit, and the one this morning closed at 7.5% in profit. So it's been absolutely killing it. It was short from 113k.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of strength in. There seems to be a lot of strength in ETH though, like the push back up on it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I still think ETH is the more attractive play for upside, isn't it? Because of the strength in it, and obviously the constant buying of it. Like, you know, if Bitcoin moves up 5%, there's argument to say it's going to move up 15, 20.
I think it's market wide though, because Nvidia down 3%. My longs do so well. My average long entry, I've been building that DCA entry. My average long entry is like 180.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is. Yeah. Oh, it's brutal, isn't it?
Oh,
Microsoft down 0.5%. Meta taking a pummeling. Tesla's have been having a beating this week.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Bitcoin is starting to reverse now. Maybe that was just pure manipulation / just coming for stops.
Yeah.
Or the big or some big people are offloading before the 3-day American weekend.
Yeah, a bit of de-risking.
Yeah. But yeah, that is nasty. I mean, tell you what, these US Open sell-offs are brutal, aren't they? They really are brutal. Like, I tell you what, I don't know if you've seen today. Did anyone see this? Oh, can you imagine being this person? Let me get it up. I've seen it on Watcher Guru. Let me get it up. They didn't put it out on the Twitter. Let me read it out to you then, because they put it in the Telegram. Let me read it out for you. Let me throw the Bitcoin chart back up. So I'll read it out now. Hang on. Unless this was maybe my to be fair, maybe I was just behind. And maybe this actually got. Maybe that got put out. Oh, maybe that got put out a while ago. Actually, maybe I just hadn't scrolled down on my thing. But anyway, it must have been at some point over the last week or so. Is that someone bought ETH in the ICO when it ICO'd? They put in like $49, and the wallet had just remained dormant until whenever this was. It must have maybe been last week now, because I hadn't scrolled down on what to do. And it was now worth 640k. Can you believe that? Imagine turning $49 into 600 odd k. That is just unbelievable, isn't it?
I don't know if you could be trusted doing that, Dave. Like,
I put it all into FDF.
I'll tell you what I've just seen on Twitter that's the maddest chart ever is get the S&P 500 and put it on the 12-month candles.
Bitcoin. Oh, this is brutal. See, the S&P doesn't even look that bad. Like, it's not. It's sold off a bit, but nowhere near as brutal as Bitcoin. The 12-month one. Oh, that is crazy, isn't it? Actually, it's literally had 2 red years since 2009. Well, technically 4, but they were basically just dojis that never went and just basically closed where it opened. But that is crazy. Like, it's actually only had 2 proper red years since 2009. 16 years. Like, look, if you zoom in on them, that was technically red in 2011, and that was technically red in 2015. But basically, price just bar a couple of dollars basically closed where it opened. Obviously, there was only really 2018 where it closed a good. Even then, it only closed like $150 below, and then 2022, obviously, that was a bit of a brutal year. But my God, that is insane, isn't it?
Zoom all the way out, and it's just like
it's literally just up only.
Oh, I saw one that went even further back.
Yeah, if I go on ES, hang on, if I load up,
showed it from 1871.
If I go on ES, if I go on mini futures, I think this one goes back. No, it doesn't. No, that
I think this one is SP.
Let's see. I
don't know.
Let me see this one. Oh, here we go. This one goes. Yeah, this one goes back to. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, 1821. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that it was a thing. Then, to be fair.
Hey, look at that for a correction.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's World War II, isn't it? No, it's just before. Actually, that's end of World War One, isn't it?
No, that's is it? No, that's
Oh no, that's Great Depression, isn't it?
Yeah, Great Depression. Yeah. World War One was
1915, wasn't it?
Yeah, like here-ish.
Look at post World War II.
Because you've got obviously you've got World War One, then you've got the Roaring Twenties here, the Roaring Twenties, which obviously saw the stock market just boom. Then the Great Depression, and then you've got the end of World War II, which was 39, was it? 39.
Yeah, it's 39, wasn't it? 19.
And then
no, it was 1945, wasn't it? I think it finished.
Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can see it ramped up because they did all the manufacturing, and then obviously post-war Germany when they just decided to.
Yeah. And then you've got 73. Was that maybe the Vietnam War or something? That was a big correction. That was like a 50% correction. Maybe that was the Vietnam War or something. Was that maybe in the 70s? I don't know. And then you've just literally just got up only. Just look at these candles. Look at these candles. Look at this. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine the euphoria of like buying all the way here, and then you just have 5 straight years of big green dildos? Like, look at that. Like, that is just pure euphoria, that, isn't it? You would just be there like,
and then, but then you just get the most appalling wipeout.
Yeah, the .com bubble. And then you get all the way back up to where the .com bubble literally topped out at nearly. And then you get 2008. Yeah. Then you just get 2008. Bang. What a range that is. What like a 10-year range that is. Or a 7-year range, whatever. There you go. And then, basically, for the best part of, like 10, 11, 12 years, the stock market just went literally just range bound. And then, of course, we just got the evolution of tech, and just tech just driving up everything. Unbelievable. Tell you what a thing. So let's have a look on here now. So let's see. So let's draw out like a 50% correction. So a 50% correction would take us to here. So let's mark out that. So let's see. So this will obviously massively change probably throughout this year because I do think it will carry on melting up from this point. Then you've got 30%. The thing is, even a 30% correction from here doesn't even take it really like that far down, does it, at all? Like, it just takes it just past the tariff lows.
Yeah.
Really, what we want is some big, dirty, nasty correction, don't we?
Yeah, I've just longed some more. I've just longed Bitcoin and ETH a little bit more. Don't know if it's the right move, but
Let's see.
It felt like a good opportunity.
Oh, I tell you what, it looks quite juicy because we've liquidated the low of the previous low of today. So we've taken out the low. That is just, honestly, US Opens are so brutal, aren't they now? All on Isaac. Yeah. I told everyone, to be fair. I did tell everyone about Isaac, and that went up to a 2x yesterday. But I'm holding because that could be generational lows on Isaac. I'll tell you what though, if the move doesn't actually happen, then it could actually fall so hard, so fast.
Well, they've signed someone now, haven't they?
That Baltimore or something.
Baltimore. Yeah, I've got to drop now, Dave. But yeah, been a pleasure.
Yeah, no, thank you for joining me, and have a nice weekend.
You too, my friend. See you later.
Yeah, see you later. Bye bye. And that was Wiz. Make sure you do show him some love. Go and show him some love on his X. Show him some love in the Discord and stuff for joining us. But yeah, brutal correction there. That is so brutal. ETH's quite interesting. As you can see, ETH's holding up a bit better. We literally just had a clean swipe of what was the current daily low. So we just swiped that and then closed up quite nice. Bitcoin is still the one that's struggling. But I mean, ETH looks quite solid. That it's just come down, just on a stop run of the current daily low, taking them out and bounced. I mean, if there was ever a place, obviously, for it to reverse, one, because we're nearly half an hour after US Open and it has just been brutally down the whole time, and two, because we take on Bitcoin, we're bouncing now. So if there was ever for a time for it to bounce, it will be around, obviously, now. And we are, I mean, yeah, what a trade down that was by Stonksy on the 5 minute again. 5 minute is just absolutely goated. But yeah, that is nasty. Is anyone? Let me know in the chat. Is anyone long in this now, or are you kind of staying clear going into the weekend? What are you doing? I'd be fascinated to know. It's just like a sea of red, isn't it, across the board? It's just red. Just non-stop red. Sol's barely moved. Is that right? Let's see. Sol's so strong, yeah. Sol. Look at the strength on Sol. You can just see it, can't you? You can see the strength on Sol by the disparity between like that Bitcoin and ETH. Like, look at Bitcoin just down only below its daily, before the previous daily low. ETH obviously pushed down, taking its daily low, still struggling to bounce, and then you just get Sol. Obviously nowhere near its daily low at the moment. The thing is, while it's strong, if Bitcoin keeps dumping, then yeah, it could get dragged down, couldn't it? It could get dragged down. Tell you what, that's not a bad 5 minute candle, that one, though. That's not a bad 5 minute candle. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, these sell-offs are so brutal. And leading into, 3-day weekend in the US. I should have bought some of this. I was going to buy some Circle as well. Annoying. Oh well. Still swinging long, lad. Very nice, mate. Very nice. Red long. If I would long it, probably be around 107,900. We could come and take the low, couldn't we? Let's mark out the current low. No, it's not. It's not out of the question. I mean, as long as the daily closes above the 2024 high / 108k, doesn't really matter to me what it does like throughout the day. So, for instance, if it was just to bleed down, obviously take out that current low, which is here, which looks like it's going to do, even maybe touch the 2024 high or drop a bit below, like you're saying. As long as the daily closed back above and put in like a swing failure pattern of the previous low, which would obviously be a daily close above 108, 670-ish, then I don't think it looks even like that bad. It's going after liquidity now. It's going after liquidity. I mean, if we look, it says taking that hot spot there and carrying on pushing down. Taking that hot spot there. So it is taking hot spot liquidity to the downside. Maybe there's just is there a build up elsewhere on a different time frame? It is eating into this, isn't it? Yeah. So it's maybe coming after this. You can see that chunk there, below 108,500. Maybe it's coming after that chunk. I think we could, for where it is, considering the lows there, and it looks like there's liquidity there, we could see something like this. Just max like fear, put fear into the market, and then maybe just it bounces from there. But I mean, Stonksy is still red on the 5 minute, and that is down from 113k. Baboom. It might not even take it, to be fair. It might bait, it could be baiting, maybe baiting shorts. We have seen it before, haven't we, where it doesn't actually come and take the low out. We just gotta wait and see. We've just gotta wait and see. Yeah, some liquidity sweep, yeah. It seems like that's on the card potentially, but maybe it front runs it. Who knows? Maybe it could front run it or whatever. But yeah, I mean, like I said, as long as the daily closes above the 2024 high, I don't think it really matters that much what we do like intraday. Could be wrong, but yeah, I said, didn't I, the other day? As long as we stay above 108k, that's fine. If we start to lose 108k, then I'll be looking towards 100, maybe sub 100. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone, today. If you haven't already, do drop a like. Make sure you subscribe. Of course, click the links in the description. Sign up to BLOFIN. Sign up to BitUnix. Get your 35% off your Stonksy lifetime and annual sub. And of course, hope you've had a great week. Have a great weekend, whatever it is you're doing tonight, Saturday, Sunday. Hope you have a good one. I will still be doing my Sunday evening live stream this week, so I'll still be live then. And then I'll be off next week. So Save with Crypto we'll be doing Monday to Friday. So I'll see you guys in 2 days for Sunday night. Then won't see you Monday to Friday. Save is going to be doing them. And then I'll see you next Sunday, because I'll be doing the Sunday market review next Sunday. And then, of course, I'll just be back to streaming as usual from then on. So yeah, do show him some love. Make sure you tune into Save streams, because he does a great job filling in for me while I'm off. But yeah, hope everyone has a great weekend, like I said, and yeah, let's see what we can do in the market. See if we do end up getting a sweep or going up or whatever. Catch yours later. I miss you already. Bye bye.